Gabe Kapler.
And he drives it into right center field, hit it hard. This baby is way back on here.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Hum Baby Baseball channel, and today we're talking managerial opening with the San Francisco Giants. Bruce Bochy, congratulations on your retirement. Thank you so much for 13 amazing years as the San Francisco Giants manager and bringing us three, not one,
Not two,
but three World Series championships to San Francisco. We really appreciate it. We could not appreciate it more. But things have not been going great the last couple years. Bochy's retiring, and the Giants need to find a new manager to try to bring us back to the San Francisco Giants we're used to, which is in contention for a playoff spot and pushing for a World Series championship. And who is that manager going to be? We don't know yet. But the latest name that's in the mix is Mr. Gabe Kapler, who managed the Phillies for the last couple years. And he didn't do that great, 161 and 163. Well, it's probably better than the Giants, definitely better than the Giants record last couple years. But the Phillies have a ton of talent. They're going for it every year. They're trying to win. They're bringing in new talent. They got Real Muto. They got Bryce Harper. And unfortunately, they fell short of expectations. And a lot of fans, Phillies fans, never really loved Gabe Kapler. And he gets a lot of criticism for his choices with the bullpen, with the lineups. And there are some rumors that even players weren't too happy with this guy. So it's a little bit of a surprise when I read the news and I heard, okay, Gabe Kapler's getting an interview. My first thought was, Gabe Kapler? Are you kidding me? This guy's horrible. But that's just an initial reaction. Is he really horrible? Well, we don't know for sure, because there have been managers who had a tough start, who didn't look that great, who didn't do well with the team. Then they got the team that they gelled with, and then they figured stuff out. It takes time. It's not like it's an easy job. So as I thought about it, I was like, okay, it's just an interview. It's not like he's for sure getting the job. I personally would prefer if they hired in-house. I love Bam Bam Mullins. I love Ron Wotus. They have experience. They know the players. They've been in that clubhouse forever. They won those championships. It just seems like that would be just a seamless change. They've even managed sometimes when Bochy gets thrown out and things like that, or he has to miss a game or two. So it's not like these guys don't know what they're doing. It seems like it would be a natural transition, but then again, what do I know? They're doing the interviews. Farhan's going to make his decision, and I kind of feel like it's going to be a quote-unquote Farhan guy, like someone that he knows that he's worked with in the past, and not someone maybe from the Giants organization or a former Giants player, even though that sounds more cool to us Giants fans. At the end of the day, Bochy wasn't a Giants guy. He was a Padres guy. He became a Giants guy by being a great manager. So if it's Kapler or whoever, that'll be fine. As long as they do a good job, that's all we can hope for. They do the interviews and everything. And again, Kapler didn't seem that great in Philadelphia. So just from a standpoint of a normal fan, I'm not loving it. But then again, I like Gabe Kapler. I like him when I see him in interviews talking and everything. I just don't know about his on-field results and some of the things that people say and the way that fans and possibly players feel about him as a manager, and that's where I'm worried about. But then again, it's not like Farhan doesn't know all this. It's not like Farhan's not smarter than I am. Obviously, he is. He knows what's going on, and he's going to hopefully make a good choice. I did want to throw out another name, though, and that's Bill Hasselman. He was the manager of the Oklahoma City Dodgers, the AAA team for the Dodgers from 2016 through 2018. And I know AAA results don't mean a whole lot, but during that time he did win 2 division titles in 3 years, so that's pretty good. And this year, 2019, they had a managerial change. They did not do as well. Obviously, the River Cats go on to win the PCL championship. Again, we're talking minor league, we're talking AAA, but Bill Hasselman came through the ranks of the minor leagues. He has managerial experience. Maybe he deserves a shot instead of just giving it to some guy just because he's a name. Gabe Kapler is just a name. Oh, manager. Sometimes you hear these guys, by being a manager, your name becomes associated with being a manager, and you're all of a sudden a candidate. Just like people were saying, oh, if Dave Roberts gets fired, which he did not, and he will not, at least not this year. If Dave Roberts would have gotten fired, oh, he would have been a candidate. Because his name is Dave Roberts, and he has that clout as a manager. But why not go for somebody who doesn't necessarily have experience at the major league level, but they've managed and they can do it? And I'm not proposing that go hire Bill Hasselman necessarily. I'm just saying that's a Farhan guy, someone who's Farhan's worked with, who's in the Dodgers organization with Farhan. So it's just a name I'm throwing out there. Love to see him get an opportunity. because I've always liked Bill Hasselman as a manager when he was in the minor leagues. So that's what's going on right now. Gabe Kapler's getting an interview, or has already gotten an interview. So did Bam Bam Mullins. So did Ron Wotus. And I'm sure several other people will get the opportunity. Let me know who you think should be the next manager. Another guy, I'm just going to throw this out. I'm just throwing this out. Someone I thought of when I first, early in the season, heard that Bochy was retiring, and that's former Giants. I thought of who, because catchers always seem to do a good job. I was like, who is a recent Giants catcher who might be interested? And I thought of Benji Molina, and I did some research, and he's actually interested in being a manager someday. So just thought of that too, as somebody. We always loved Benji Molina. He was such a good player, and he's been a coach. He's coaching around him. I'm sure he's a coach somewhere, maybe with the Cardinals. I don't even know where he is right now. He was a coach with the Rangers, and he moved to the Cardinals. Benji Molina, throw another name out there. What do y'all think? Who is some names that you haven't seen thrown out there that you might think would be a good fit as the Giants manager? I've heard Will Clark thrown out there, but Will Clark is on record saying, hey, if I was, I'd rather, manage a little in the minors, get a little taste of it. I don't know if Will Clark's interested. I don't think that Will Clark's interested, and I don't think that he's necessarily the best choice just because he is one of the great Giant players of all time. Doesn't mean he's going to be a great manager. So we'll see what happens. Threw out some names. Gabe Kapler's getting an interview. What do y'all think of that? Let me know in the comments below. Hum Baby Baseball here, talking Giants, talking baseball, and we'll talk to you later. Have a great day. See ya.
When the Giants come to town,